tidings, Earthlings, and welcome inside to League on Lock. My name is Eric. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And I know there's going to be a bit of a lull in competition here as the final Worlds qualification wraps up, and then we're waiting for the World Championship. But we have some stuff to hold us over this week. We got the EU Masters for summer, which is actually pretty good timing for them to do that. And we've got the pinnacle of competitive League of Legends. It is the promotion tournament in the LCK for 2020. Thankfully, KT Rolster and the boys are not involved in this one. It was Hanwha and Jin Air coming from the LCK going up against the Challenger squads. And we've seen what Sandbox, Damwon, and Griffin can do as a Challenger series right into playoffs in the main draw in the LCK. Well, we'll have a new team from Challengers joining them, APK Prince, who were the top dogs from the spring in Challengers, and we thought maybe they'd get in there, didn't get it done, but they did it here in summer. They did it without Mickey as the mid laner because obviously he left to excel. But that means KaKao, a former MVP in Korea, will be making his return. And APK went up against Jin Air. It went to game 4. And I mean, listen, the theme in the promotion tournaments today, you saw some jungle Talia a lot, and it was KaKao in this game 4 on that pick, and he was an absolute animal. He's got such a complicated career. MVP form way back in 2014, you were talking about him as one of the best junglers in the world. He goes to IG. He's a little bit underwhelming there. He goes to Misfits eventually. He has had himself quite a career. He's played in 3 different major regions. I'm actually shocked we didn't see him in North America, but he led his team to victory in game 4. They go through the winner's bracket. They are automatically in. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, qualifying for 2020 spring. The rest of the team is a lot of less known commodities. It's mainly KaKao's squad. He's the most recognizable face, but excited that we'll be seeing him back in Korea on that main stage. And for Jin Air, it does not mean that they are dead yet. They have one more best of 5 series to reclaim their role as gatekeepers of the LCK between Challengers and that main stage. They are still alive, but APK, they're done. They don't need to play again. They're right through to 2020, so we will have another new team, which basically brings us up to 4 Challenger teams out of the 10 teams in the LCK that we will see in 2020, which is absolutely insane. The other best of series, because there were 2 best of 5s here. Poor Atlas and LS had to go through 2 best of 5s. It was 7 hours plus of games for them to cast, which is absolutely insane. It was Hanwha Life versus Team Dynamics. And no, this isn't the same Team Dynamic that was circa 2011, 2012 in North America. It is a Challengers team from Korea with KaKao in the mid lane, someone we haven't seen in a very long time, going up against Hanwha Life, who also had, as you recall, a very interesting summer split where they looked absolutely horrible for the majority of it and then went on a bit of a run at the end, taking down some top teams in Damwon and competing with the very best. So who knows what shows up in Challenger, but they did get it done against Team Dynamics. Much like APK Prince, it took them 4 games to get it done. And listen, APK actually looked decent in most of their wins against Team Dynamics. This series, it was bad. It was terrible. Either of these teams looked like a 10th place team in the LCK. They looked like an 11th place team. They don't even look like they'd win Challengers in Korea. So not a whole lot of confidence here coming from Hanwha. And you know they already lost the best of 5 earlier in this promotion tournament. So even though they come away with the win here, they are not automatically in to 2020 in the LCK. They still got some work cut out for them. But again, I talked about that Talia jungle. We saw it again here for Bono in this pick, but it's sad to see Sangyun down here, a guy who he's going to go down as one of the most criminally underrated AD carries, or he's going to be a trivia question about who has the 4th or 5th most kills in the history of the LCK. And it's probably going to be Sangyun because he's been around for a very long time and been, you know, at least top 5 AD carries. He's been in that middle pack ahead of it. and for a very long time, but he's never really made any playoff noise or anything like that. But game 4, they get the win. They have one more best of 5, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, the final match of the promotion tournament with a spot, the final spot in the LCK on the line will be Hanwha Life versus Jin Air. Obviously, Hanwha 2-0'd Jin Air in the regular season because literally everyone in the league 2-0'd Jin Air because they went 0-18. But if you're talking about this series, I think Jin Air's favorite. They are the favorites. They looked better throughout the promotion tournament so far. I think Jin Air gets it done, and they continue their monopoly of last place in the LCK, because if you look at the other 9 teams, I think Jin Air is clearly the number 9 squad, or the number 10 squad, excuse me. But that's going to be a real barn burner to wrap things up on the LCK season, and what better way to say goodbye to the greatest caster that Korea's ever had than Papa Smithy to cast that final match between Jin Air and Hanwha. It's a glad plane, it's a sad plane, it doesn't matter. Papa Smithy will be there. You know that's going to be a very fun cast for him, and I hope he has a proper farewell and going away broadcast because he absolutely deserves it. And I don't know what Jin Air or Hanwha deserve, but they deserve 10th place in the LCK, and whoever wins that series will very likely be holding on to that spot.